Live from Atlanta, this is the Lotto Georgia drawing. Good evening, I'm Carol Blackman. Tonight's Lotto Georgia jackpot is $15 million. We have 46 balls mixing. You can win by matching 3 or more. Your Lotto Georgia numbers are 3. Up next, we have 44. That's followed by 11. Then we have 17, 8, and 40. Those numbers again are 3, 44, 11, 17, 8, and 40. Good luck.
Triple team traffic every 10 minutes on Channel 2 Action News this morning. Live, local, late breaking. Now, coverage you can count on. This is the Channel 2 Action News Night Beat at 11.
The body of a missing cab driver is found in this field, and tonight police say they have a mysterious murder on their hands. And that is our top story in the Channel 2 Action News Night Beat. Good evening. I'm Tom Regan. Vicki Newton is off tonight. Cesar Castellanos disappeared almost 2 months ago. Police found his body in the field on Friday, but right now they admit they have no motive and few clues to go on. Channel 2's Richard Elliott is live at the scene in Gwinnett County to bring us the latest. Richard?
Yeah, Tom, a day ago, Gwinnett County Police found the body of 28-year-old Cesar Castellanos in this field behind me, just beyond those rocks there. A day later, they admit they have very few clues as to how he got there and why he was murdered.
He was a Colombian citizen, had only been in the United States about 8 months.
Cars drive by as night settles on the field where police found the body of 28-year-old Cesar Castellanos, a cab driver last seen almost 2 months ago.
He was reported missing by his brother on April 2nd, but he had last been seen on March 31st, and we feel that's the date when he probably disappeared. And it's quite possible he had been in the field most of that time.
Residents of a neighboring apartment complex found him in the field Friday. Police feel sure he was murdered.
We're definitely treating it as a homicide. There are things to indicate that there's no way this is anything other than a homicide. An autopsy has been done. We're not releasing the cause of death yet.
Detectives say they found few clues in this open field. They aren't sure if Castellanos was murdered here or murdered elsewhere and dumped here, and they still don't know why he was killed at all.
We have nothing to indicate any kind of involvement. We have no motive at this time, and right at the moment we don't have any real solid leads, but we are looking into it.
And Gwinnett County Police are asking for any help they can in solving this crime. If anyone has any information, you're asked to give them a call. We're live in Gwinnett County. Richard Elliott, Channel 2 Action News, Night Feeds.
Richard, quick question. Do police have any idea whether he was working the last time that he was seen? Whether he had picked up a fare or something? They're
not sure about that, and again, they're being very quiet about the investigation. We understand they did find his cab later on at another apartment complex in Gwinnett County, and obviously they're trying to link the two together.
Case we will certainly be following. Richard, thank you very much for that live update. Atlanta police are still investigating the death of a man who tumbled out of a third-story window at the local YMCA. The man has been identified as Lawrence Green. Autopsy shows he died of blunt force trauma to his head and shoulders, but investigators are not sure if Green received those injuries before or after he fell from the third floor of the downtown YMCA. Several witnesses say they believe Green was pushed. Police are calling the incident suspicious. Athens police think there may be a connection between 2 sexual assault cases there. Here is a sketch of the suspect. Police say the man dragged a woman to a vacant duplex on Peter Street where he beat and raped her back on May 4th. Well, 2 days later, police say another Athens woman was kidnapped and raped. Police say there are similarities in the 2 crimes, but are still looking into whether the same man committed both of them. New tonight at 11, a Delta 757-757 makes an emergency landing in Nashville. Flight 1245 was on its way from Chicago to Atlanta when a burning smell was reported on board. The pilot landed the plane safely in Nashville. All of the passengers were evacuated. Some of them were slightly injured during that evacuation. Investigators are still trying to figure out what caused the smell. He campaigned for it, fought for it, and now President Bush is about to sign his new tax plan into law. The sweeping tax reduction got its final passage in the Senate today. The cut is worth $1.35 trillion over 10 years. It has been called the biggest tax cut since 1981, and the first refunds may soon be on their way. Channel 2's Javita Moore explains who will benefit.
Tax relief
President Bush cut short his weekend at Camp David to come back to the White House to celebrate the tax cut passage.
It cuts income taxes for everyone who pays them. Nothing could be more profound, and nothing could be more fair.
In a rare Saturday session, the House, then the Senate, passed the tax cut plan, cutting some $1 trillion over the next 10 years.
This is high noon on a Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. We're here, and we are just completing a vote. We've been doing our work, and I'm very proud of the Senate. The
Treasury Department will begin issuing refund checks this summer. Individual taxpayers would get up to $300 back. $500 goes back to single parents, and married couples would get a refund up to $600. The tax cut plan also phases out the estate tax by the year 2010 and doubles the $500 child tax credit. It reduces the marriage penalty in 2005, and also the top income tax rate lowers from 40 to 35%. Dissenting Democrats say the true cost is much greater than the $1.3 trillion.
What they have done is graduated to a whole
there in the street. Police are wondering why.
A window, a body, a gathering crowd. But it's not as simple as that.
He didn't jump.
Why do you say that?
Look at the window.
The window is only 3 floors up. That's 2 floors short of the top.
If he wanted to kill himself, he'd have went an easier way. That's too hard. Too many complications.
Like obvious signs of a struggle.
Somebody in that building was fighting. So after they got through fighting, somebody decided they need to go out the window.
A body, a window, a moonlit night, and a definite suspicion of homicide.
Somebody grabbed them and threw them out.
You don't buy this as being a suicide?